And welcome back to the Sportsaholic podcast, guys. It's been a fun podcast this far. I hope you find this trivia question interesting, but yet a little bit challenging. So I'm going to lead you with this. Julian Edelman was the Super Bowl MVP with 10 catches and 141 yards. That was, by the way, that was 141 yards out of 262 yards thrown by Brady all game. So that's pretty impressive. That's why he was the MVP of this Super Bowl. And he is the 7th wide receiver to take home the Super Bowl MVP trophy. Can you name the other 6 wide receivers to take home a Super Bowl MVP honors?
I think one easy name to get out there would be Jerry Rice.
That is correct. In Super Bowl 53 with 11 catches, 215 yards, and 1 touchdown.
That's dominance. Jeez.
Santonio Holmes. He had one for the Steelers.
Yes, Super Bowl 43, 9 catches, 131 yards, and 1 touchdown.
I'm going to go with another Patriot, Deion Branch.
Yes, Super Bowl 39, 11 catches, 133 yards. 3 more to go.
Hines Ward. Ward won one, didn't he?
Yes, another one. Good job, guys. Super Bowl 40, Hines Ward, 5 catches, 123 yards, and 1 touchdown. The last 2 guys are the hardest 2 names on the list. They appeared in Super Bowls 10 and 11.
Oh, I remember those fondly.
I was there.
Yeah, somewhere in the scope of things you were there, but not actually. Any idea?
Do we get any hints?
Yeah, I'll give you the name of the team. From Super Bowl 10, it was a Pittsburgh wide receiver. In Super Bowl 11, it was
another wide receiver from the Steelers.
Yes, it was an Oakland Raiders wide receiver in Super Bowl 11.
I probably won't get the Steeler one or the Raider one. The Steeler one. Oh,
I'll give
Lynn Swann.
Yes, nice. Lynn Swann from Pittsburgh, Super Bowl 10, 4 catches, 161 yards, and a touchdown. This last name is definitely the hardest name on the list.
I don't know, man.
I can't get this one.
Just go ahead and tell us.
Gotcha. From Oakland, Super Bowl 11 would be Fred B. Letnikoff. What a crazy last name.
Bolitnikov.
Yeah, Bolitnikov. There we go. Bolitnikov. 4 catches, 79 yards in Super Bowl 11. Good job on that trivia.
4 catches, 79 yards. That was the MVP.
Yeah.
4 catches for 79 yards.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a down year.
But that's your list of the 7 wide receivers who have taken home Super Bowl MVP honors. Sean Conway, what do you got trending for your drink of the week, sir?
You know, I like their commercials so much this week for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna have to go with my drink of the week is Stella Artois. It's a great beer. Everyone loves Stella. It's a little bit more on the the pricey side when you just want a 6-pack or a 12-pack, but it's worth it. They call High Life the champagne of beers, but let's be realistic. When you think of a champagne-y type beer, you're thinking of more of a Stella, and it's just so refreshing. It's 5% alcohol on average, between 4.8 to 5.2. It's brewed from the Artois Brewery in Leuven, Belgium. And it's a Belgian Pilsner. It was originally brewed as a holiday beer. I read into this. They only brewed it during Christmas time, and then it was supposed to be for gifts because it was supposed to be a high-class beer. Now thankfully they brew it year-round, so we can enjoy it whenever we want. And it's a great, refreshing beer. It goes down light, and I mean, every week I say I enjoy it.
Stella's one hell of a beer. If you're not talking like craft beers, IPAs, stouts, any of the heavy stuff, by far Stella's my favorite, like lager, pilsner type of beer. It's a nice choice there, Sean.
Yeah, I usually try and get I like beer in a green bottle. Is that weird? I mean, I like Rolling Rock. I like Dos Equis. I like Stella. Heck, I've even had Beck's beer, and I didn't think that was that bad.
Do you like Heineken's? I like Heineken's. A little stunky, but Heineken's pretty good.
I'm telling you, anything in a green bottle, I guess it just tastes better.
I think there's a science behind it. The light that comes in through each bottle. Maybe we'll talk about that next week for for during the drink of the week if I choose another green bottle.
Yeah. Green bottle beer.
Danny, what's trending right now?
Well, real quick, guys, putting a little bow on the NFL season. The NFL is about to get a little younger in the coaching side. The Bengals have a new coach in the form of Zach Taylor. It will be the second youngest coach behind Sean McVay. And then the Dolphins, following suit with the third youngest head coach now in the NFL, as they hired Brian Flores to helm the Dolphins next year. Also in the trading blocks, MLB, Phillies acquiring JT Realmuto from the Marlins. They will have potentially a pretty good lineup that was anchored by guys like Reese Hoskins in that one. And also in the NBA, today, the first ever NBA All-Star Live Draft is just concluded. Team LeBron with players like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, so on and so forth. It's kind of weird seeing Dwayne Wade, who is in the East, play for a team with LeBron, who is in the West. Giannis also drafting some players as well. Steph Curry, his number one pick, Joel Embiid, Paul George, Kemba Walker, Chris Middleton, and then he's got Dirk Nowitzki as well. So NBA All-Star teams are set as the NBA nearing the midpoint of their season.
Exactly. Now with all the trades officially done, with the trade deadline passing earlier this afternoon, we'll be able to next week talk about, how all these new moves, how they fit with their new team. We'll also break down our next two matchups. It's going to be Jackie Robinson versus Herschel Walker. And then we're going to have the two that kind of spawned the idea for this bracket.
Yep.
The Kyler Murray, Tim Tebow matchup that everyone's been waiting to hear about.
Ooh.
So we will break down those four athletes. And along with the changing of the from disabled list to the injured list, the MLB Players Associations are proposing a slew of rule changes. We're going to start discussing each one. We're going to break down our take on each of these rule proposal changes over the next couple of weeks. We'll start off next week with that, and whatever develops over the next week, hopefully before pitchers and catchers report, Harper, Machado, and Kimbrel will find a new home in the MLB.
Couldn't agree any more, guys. Sean and Danny, that all sounds good to me. It has been a blast this week on the Sportsaholic podcast. Cannot wait until next week's edition. I appreciate all your efforts, fellas, in producing the show. A special thanks to Jason James for providing the music this week. And, of course, thank you to all of the weekly listeners and supporters of the Sportsaholic podcast. Until next week, I'm Max Zucker, and alongside for the ride today was Sean Conway and Danny Valle.